Imagine shopping for your dream home. You have done all of your homework and know exactly how much money you need to save to be able to buy it. You start the buying process, you do all your homework, all your investigation that you need to do, everything in your power to be able to have this loan and transaction be successful and go as smoothly as possible. Um, However, there is a slight bump, actually, a major bump in this process of being able to buy a home, which is your credit score. Your credit score is one of the most important things that partakes in your financial life. With a bad credit score, a lot of doors can close on you. And you might find yourself and you might ask yourself, why is credit so important, and what is credit at the end of the day? Well, your credit score is a score that's based on how good you are at being responsible with your payments. Lenders use this number to be able to determine if they can trust you enough to give you a loan, low percentage rates. According to Liz Weston in a recent article on nerdwallet.com on March 14th of 2019, she stated, "Your credit scores are determined a lot more than the loans you can get and the interest rates you pay. Insurers use credit scores to set premiums for auto and homeowners coverage. Landlords use them to decide who gets to rent their apartments. Your credit score can and does impact several aspects of your life. A good credit score is needed for secure housing, financial health, and in some cases, employment. Little did you know that a lot of jobs and employers are now seeking credit reports to be ran before they get hired. And this is, again, to be seen as how responsible you are." In a few minutes, we're going to be diving into details of the actual importance of credit. So good credit is needed to secure housing both when purchasing and renting. And this does not only just apply to an actual house purchase. This can be towards just any type of home that requires some type of payment, monthly payment, whether it being a mortgage or it being your just month-to-month rent. Your credit essentially lets renters or banks know how likely you are to make payments on time. The credit is built on different factors. One of them is the contributions that you give towards your credit, meaning good amount of payments, paying early, using 30% of the credit that is allowed, that is given to you in use of MoneyWise, meaning that you only use 30% of what was initially borrowed in the beginning of that loan. You don't want to use too much percentage of that, anything past 30, because anything past that, you're considered higher risk, and it just means that you are more likely to spend it all at once. Ensuring that all of this is properly managed and taken care of can help maintain a good credit score. Meaning, keep paying your payments on time, still being able to manage your financial stability. Don't leave one credit card to pay off another, because at the end, it might look like you're making the right decision, but you're only hurting yourself. The earlier that you are able to establish a good credit history, the sooner you're able to start working towards financial goals. Credit scores are also utilized to determine the type of interest rate that are issued for loans. According to a recent article, a high credit score when you apply for a mortgage could save you thousands of dollars in interest over the life of your loan. Loans can be used for a variety of reasons, such as for purchasing a car, starting a business, or purchasing property. The higher the interest rate, the more you will pay back on the amount borrowed. However, when you have a good standing credit, you're able to secure loans with low or zero interest rates, saving you money in the long run. This is another big reason as to why obtaining a high credit score is so important. Credit scores are broken down into the following categories. Exceptional are scores from the 800s to the 850s. Very good is considered 740 to 799. A good credit score is from 670 to 739. A fair credit score is 580 to 669. And a very poor credit score is 300 to 579 points. Based in an article on Expedia on February 6, 2020, the scores are often established by three major credit bureaus, which are Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. These agencies collect information from banks, credit cards, and financial services, and any company that runs your credit. Securing good interest rates on loans is a great benefit from a good credit, but good credit can also help you with your financial health. Financial health is a good goal that you should always achieve for. And every if not the majority of adults seek to have a good and healthy credit score. According to an article on Experian, a strong credit history can help you leverage your credit score to save hundreds or even thousands of dollars when you take out a loan, get more value out of your credit cards, and help you qualify for better insurance rate. Ensuring that we are able to pay off our bills, afford our lifestyles that we are used to, and not overpay on large purchases are all aspects of having control of our finances. However, when you do not have a good credit score, it can be very easy to lose your financial health. With a poor credit score, it can become very difficult to obtain approvals for purchases or taking on excessive interest rates on credit cards. The excessive fees can cause a cycle of debt that can become almost impossible to get out of. If your debt falls out of control and default on credit cards, it can lead to collections or worst case, bankruptcies. Recovering from hardships such as that can take years to fix, which makes it crucial for one to not fall behind on payments to carry debt month to month. Some people might ask, what happens if I end up with a horrible credit score? Well, there are many consequences. Your credit and loan applications most likely will not be accepted by creditors. According to thebalance.com on April 5th, 2020, if your credit score is too low, the creditors might not want to lend you at all. This can look bad on multiple banks, jobs, etc. For instance, you cannot show up to a bank, have a bad credit score, and assume they will offer you the amount that you are requesting for. Majority of the time, you need to show proof of employment that you can actually pay this loan that is being borrowed to you over time. Even if you want to rent an apartment, it can be very difficult because with high APRs means that higher payments, that's less money that you have to spend from your check, and a lot of people live check to check. So having a high APR can be very difficult. In a recent article on moneycrashers.com in 2020, it was stated landlords are especially wary of applicants with patterns of late payments, delinquencies, foreclosures, and bankruptcies in their credit reports. Basically, landlords want to make sure that you're going to be able to repay them over time. If they feel they cannot trust you because you have a bad credit score, it means that you are not capable of keeping up with monthly payments. So in conclusion, we were made aware that credit score is extremely, extremely important in various aspects of life. We learned that the credit is important when it comes to purchasing your first home, purchasing your first car, securing reasonable interest rates, or just maintaining good financial health. It all revolves around credit. Everything revolves about credit that has to do with money. While taking the necessary steps towards good credit, it can sound intimidating, but the results of it will pay off in the long run. Trust me. If your credit is not something that you have not paid much time to, today would be a great day to reconsider your knowledge on credit. Thank you.